Matthew chapter 18. At that time, the disciples came to Jesus and asked, "Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" He called a child, whom he put among them, and said, "Truly I tell you, unless you change and become like children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Whoever becomes humble like this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Whoever welcomes one such child in my name welcomes me. If any of you put a stumbling block before one of these little ones who believe in me, it would be better for you if a great millstone were fastened around your neck and you were drowned in the depths of the sea. Woe to the world because of stumbling blocks. Occasions for stumbling are bound to come, but woe to the one by whom the stumbling block comes. If your hand and your foot causes you to stumble, cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to enter life maimed or lame than to have 2 hands or 2 feet and to be thrown into the eternal fire. And if your eye causes you to stumble, tear it out and throw it away. It is better for you to enter life with 1 eye than to have 2 eyes and to be thrown into the hell of a fire. Take care that you do not despise one of these little ones. For I tell you, in heaven the angels continually see the face of my Father in heaven. What do you think? If a shepherd has 100 sheep, and one of them has gone astray, does he not leave the 99 on the mountains and go in search of the one that went astray? And if he finds it, truly I tell you, he rejoices over it more than over the 99 that never went astray. So it is not the will of your Father in heaven that one of these little ones should be lost. If another member of the church sins against you, go and point out the fault when the 2 of you are alone. If the member listens to you, you have regained that one. But if you are not listened to, take 1 or 2 others along with you, so that every word may be confirmed by the evidence of 2 or 3 witnesses. If the member refuses to listen to them, tell it to the church. And if the offender refuses to listen even to the church, let such a one be to you as a Gentile and a tax collector. Truly I tell you, whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Again, truly I tell you, if 2 of you agree on earth about anything you ask, it will be done for you by my Father in heaven. For where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am there among them." Then Peter came and said to him, "Lord, if another member of the church sins against me, how often should I forgive? As many as 7 times? Jesus said to him, "Not 7 times, but I tell you, 77 times. For this reason, the kingdom of heaven may be compared to a king who wished to settle accounts with his slaves. When he began the reckoning, one who owed him 10,000 talents was brought to him, and as he could not pay, his lord ordered him to be sold, together with his wife and children and all his possessions, and payment to be made. So the slave fell on his knees before him, saying, 'Have patience with me, and I will pay you everything.' And after pity for him, the lord of that slave released him and forgave him the debt. But that same slave, as he went out, came upon one of his fellow slaves, who owed him 100 denarii, and seizing him by the throat, he said, 'Pay what you owe.' Then his fellow slave fell down and pleaded with him, 'Have patience with me, and I will pay you.' But he refused. Then he went and threw him into prison until he would pay the debt. When his fellow slaves saw what had happened, they were greatly distressed, and they went and reported to their lord all that had taken place. Then his lord summoned him and said to him, 'You wicked slave, I forgive you all that debt because you pleaded with me. Should you not have had mercy on your fellow slave, as I had mercy on you?' And in anger, his lord handed him over to be tortured until he would pay his entire debt. So my heavenly Father will also do to every one of you, if you do not forgive your brother or sister from your heart. 马太福音第18章。当时，门徒近前来，问耶稣说：“天国里谁是最大的？”耶稣便叫一个小孩子来，使他站在他们当中，说：“我实在告诉你们，你们若不回转，变成小孩子的样式，断不得进天国。所以，凡自己谦卑像这小孩子的，他在天国里就是最大的。凡为我的名接待一个像这小孩子的，就是接待我。凡使这信我的一个小子跌倒的，倒不如把大磨石拴在这人的颈项上，沉在深海里。这世界有祸了，因为将人绊倒。绊倒人的事是免不了的，但那绊倒人的有祸了。倘若你一只手或是一只脚叫你跌倒，就砍下来丢掉。你缺一只手或是一只脚进入永生，强如有两手两脚被丢在永火里。倘若你一只眼叫你跌倒，就把它剜出来丢掉。你只有一只眼进入永生，强如有两只眼被丢在地狱的火里。你们要小心，不可轻看这小子里的一个。我告诉你们，他们的使者在天上常见我天父的面。一个人若有100只羊，一只走迷了路，你们的意思如何？他岂不撇下这99只，往山里去找那只迷路的羊吗？若是找着了，我实在告诉你们，他为这一只羊欢喜，比为那没有迷路的99只欢喜还大呢。你们在天上的父也是这样，不愿意这小子里失丧一个。倘若你的弟兄得罪你，你就去趁着只有他和你在一处的时候，指出他的错来。他若听你，你便得了你的弟兄；他若不听，你就另外带1、2个人同去，要凭2、3个人的口做见证，句句都可定准。若是不听他们，就告诉教会；若是不听教会，就看他像外邦人和税吏一样。我实在告诉你们，凡你们在地上所捆绑的，在天上也要捆绑；凡你们在地上所释放的，在天上也要释放。我又告诉你们，若是你们中间有2个人在地上同心合意的求什么事，我在天上的父必为他们成全。因为无论在哪里，有2、3个人奉我的名聚会，那里就有我在他们中间。那时，彼得近前来对耶稣说：“主啊，我弟兄得罪我，我当饶恕他几次呢？到7次可以吗？”耶稣说：“我对你说，不是到7次，乃是到70个7次。天国好像一个王要和他仆人算账，才算的时候，有人带了一个欠1000万两银子的来，因为他没有什么偿还之物。主人吩咐把他和他妻子儿女，并一切所有的都卖了偿还。那仆人就俯伏拜他，说：主啊，宽容我，将来我都要还清。那仆人的主人就动了慈心，把他释放了，并且免了他的债。那仆人出来，遇见他的一个同伴欠他10两银子，便揪着他，掐住他的喉咙，说：你把所欠的还我。他的同伴就俯伏央求他说：宽容我吧，将来我必还清。他不肯，竟去把他下在监里，等他还了所欠的债。众同伴看见他所做的事，就甚忧愁，去把这事都告诉了主人。于是主人叫了他来，对他说：你这恶奴才，你央求我，我就把你所欠的都免了。你不应当连续你的同伴，像我连续你吗？主人就大怒，把他交给掌刑的，等他还清了所欠的债。你们个人若不从心里饶恕你的弟兄，我天父也要这样待你们了。